Hey everyone, I would have dropped a video about Jim Shooter anyway because of the three eras of Marvel Comics that I most love, and the two that, like, during my life I most engaged with, Shooters was one, right? So obviously, like, retrospectively, Stanley, uh, you know, defines my interest in Marvel, and it's no surprise if you've been on the channel before. And it probably shouldn't be a surprise that Jim Shooter's run impacted me greatly because that was when I became a comic collector. And things like X-Men with Byrne and Claremont and Frank Miller's Daredevil imprinted directly on my brain and guide my collecting decisions and the things that I talk about on this channel to this day. But and the other is Casada, actually. So I really liked a lot of what Casada did, and it led to the like Bendis Malayev Daredevil run, which I thought was amazing, and Ultimates and all that kind of stuff. It was great. Um, but anyway, Jim Shooter passed away. I saw that this morning, and I would have done this video if I didn't have a job. I would have done it this morning immediately because, I read his obituary, and I hadn't really realized how young he was when he started working in comics. And then I was looking at his DC credits, which I didn't know off the top of my head because I was a Marvel zombie, and that you never get away from being a Marvel zombie. But I found out that he wrote when he was 16 years old. He wrote Superman 199, which is such a teenage book to write. It's like, what would happen if Flash and Superman raced? It's like he was actually a teenager, and they gave him Superman to write, and he wrote that idea down, and it was published, and it's a classic issue. It's like, I love that. I absolutely had no idea about that until today. So my, like, love for Jim Shooter just went through the roof. But I also realized, like, that he never lost that, teenage joy and creativity and, like, just the way that he thought about comics, because Secret Wars was exactly that kind of thought experiment. He's like, what if we had all of the heroes and all of the villains go to a battle planet and they had to fight? That is the most simplistic kind of teenage fever dream you could ever come up with. And it was brilliant. It was great. I've been talking about Secret Wars for, all the life of the channel. I talk about Secret Wars all the time because it was impactful for me, and it was a huge event in comics history. And so, yeah, rest in peace, Jim Shooter. And just, I love it. I got to buy a copy of Superman 199 right now because I just love that book. Thanks.